Midas and his friends are leaving Fortnite, and there is a reason behind this. He is tired of fighting for this island and for us. He wants to leave and create his own empire, meaning a brand new island somewhere else. And it looks like this brand new island will be the future of Fortnite. What led Midas to abandon everything? Now, to fully understand this, we have to go all the way back to chapter 1. I'm giving away a skin to a lucky subscriber, so if you haven't subscribed, please do. And if you want to help me out, use code SMJM and leave a like on this video. Now, I know that Midas was introduced in chapter 2, but the reason why we are going back to chapter 1 is to understand the relationship between Midas and the Imagined Order. That's right, so a lot of people don't know that Midas was in fact part of the IO, but he never became a senior member of the Imagined Order, but he was a student. Ever since he was a kid, Midas's dream was to lead the Imagined Order. He has always had this huge plan for the future of Fortnite, the island, the 0 point, and to achieve that goal, he has worked really hard, not just behind a desk, but also on the field as well. Ever since he became a teenager, he has been involved. Like Agent Jones, he gets a mission and he goes and completes them. It was going really good for Midas. That was until we see this little kid showing a lot of talent. She was so brilliant that she started teaching people 10-20 years older than her. This was obviously Dr. Sloan. In fact, there was this picture at the agency. You can see little Dr. Sloan teaching this class, and this person right here, this is Midas. Despite this, Midas was still on course to be the leader of the IO. That was until Geno visited the IO headquarters. If you don't know, Geno is in fact the founder of the Imagined Order, but since he's busy with other things, he cannot lead the IO. That's why he appoints someone to lead the organization. He met with Midas. Midas tells Geno his vision of the future of this Fortnite island and where he wants to take it if he becomes the leader. Midas tells Geno that the Imagined Order should not rely too much on the 0 point, because obviously the 0 point was the Imagined Order's everything. They used it to control everyone on the island, the storm. They used it as transportation to different realities, and that is how they obtained their weapons as well. They also used its power to recruit gods as well by cloning a bunch of them. Midas tells Geno that one day, if the IO does not have control over the 0 point, entire Fortnite island will crumble and disappear. He proposes Geno that the only way they can be the strongest organization is by stopping the loop and let everyone that's living on the Fortnite island be free and slowly gain their trust. And that is the only way the IO can move forward and be very strong. Geno was not happy after hearing what Midas had to say, and then he met Dr. Sloan. Sloan tells Geno that the IO are not using the 0 point enough. He wanted to make the storm stronger and more powerful, which allowed them to control the people of the Fortnite even more. Geno really liked Dr. Sloan's idea. He liked the fact that she was more ruthless and evil. That is exactly how Geno wants the leader of the IO to be. Geno makes Dr. Sloan the head of the IO. Despite Midas being more senior, also Midas had more experience on the battlefield and Dr. Sloan had none. Midas gets very frustrated and leaves the Imagined Order. He wants to create his own organization and take down the IO. He recruits 3 people, a Chaos Agent, Burning Wolf, and Sierra. He names the group Shadows and recruits more people. His first mission is to break the storm and the loop, because he knows that if he destroys this loop, the Imagined Order will be very weak. To do this, he built this device called the Doomsday Device. There was a plan to create this device while he was in the Imagined Imagine Order, they wanted to use this device to destroy the Catus monster, but they cancelled this device and constructed the mech instead. If Midas wants to construct this device, he is going to need help, because obviously, just like the IO, he does not have the power of the 0 point. So it looks like he goes to the IO's huge enemy, the Lost Reality. The Lost Reality has been trying their best to break the Fortnite shield, protecting the island for hundreds of years. So they accept Midas's offer, and using the power of the Lost Reality, Midas builds the Doomsday device. You might have noticed that during the Doomsday event, we saw the same lightning bolt that the Lost Reality used to bring the Kevin the Cube on this island. Also, in the background of Midas's suit, you can see Kevin the Cube symbols. This was a risky plan for Midas, but he had no other option. This was the only way he could defeat the IO and break the loop. Midas knows that if he destroys this Fortnite loop and the force field, Lost Reality will get what they want, which is the 0 point. Midas made a deal with the Lost Reality that once they obtain the 0 point, they will leave the island, and people living on this island unharmed. Midas can start creating a world that he thinks will be fair and good for Fortnite. Now, during the Doomsday device, for a brief moment, the device works. It pushes the storm back. We are free from the power of the loop, but unfortunately, Agent Jones steps in and replaces the storm with a tsunami, and we all know what happens after that. Midas is defeated and he gets eaten by a shark. Everyone thinks Midas is gone, but obviously he is not. He eliminates the shark, and he still hasn't given up yet because he goes straight to Hades. After being defeated by the IO, he gets very desperate. His emotion takes over his thinking, and he requests Hades to grant him the dark power, and in return he will do anything Hades wants. Hades gives him the dark power. Midas uses the power, turn everyone into shadow zombies. Also, he turns into this shadowy figure as well. He torments the island for a few months, but unfortunately the timing was bad because at the time the Avengers was on the island and they defeat Midas. And because he was defeated, he cannot repay Hades, so Midas runs away. Hades look for Midas everywhere. They cannot find him. So Hades summons a Cato Thorn because a Cato Thorn used the power of darkness, and this power was granted by Hades. Hades tells Cato Thorn if he finds Midas, he will grant him whatever he wants. After years of searching, Cato Thorn finally finds Midas. There is a huge battle between Cato Thorn, Hades, and Midas. Midas puts up a great fight, but unfortunately the power of Hades and Cato Thorn is too much, and he is defeated. As a prize, Cato Thorn takes Midas's hand. If you played in Chapter 4, Season 4, you could find Midas's hand inside of Cato Thorn's vault. Hades takes Midas to the underworld and locks him in a cell. And he stays there until Chapter 5, Season 2, when one of the gods accidentally unchains Midas and he uses the gold power to escape. And here we are on this present day. Midas has taken over his beloved Marigold yacht. The old Shadows gang is back together. Brutus, Meowsicle, Jules, Tiantina, and Marigold. He finds out that the Imagine Order are long gone and the island is completely different now. The main reason why he stayed on the island before and tried to fight for it was to defeat the IO, but now that they're gone, he has no reasons to stay. Also, even if he does, defeating Zeus and the gods and Hades would be almost impossible. So now he's made a decision to leave this island and go find a brand new island, and he's going to start this vision, this new kingdom on that island. A lot of leakers are suggesting that this island is going to be our open world Fortnite island, and the future of Fortnite. I will keep you guys updated, so please leave a like, subscribe, and use code SMJM.